Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Self-Development Tactics podcast. Today we are gonna go through another page, definitely another page, another few points from the Art of Worldly Wisdom summary by the powermoves.com site. The book being written by Baltasar Gracian or something like that. I don't remember. But after the intro, we're going to go ahead with more. Boom. The amazing intro. The amazing intro with yet no sound. There we go. I think that's not been me. Not been my flight. Today I actually wanted to get a package and was unable to get it because I have ordered it to the wrong spot. So I didn't order it to my place just in general because I thought, well, the possibility that I'm just not going to open the door or that, I'm not going to be at home because of uni or because of some other reasons. And I didn't want to kind of, think forward like 10 days to really make sure that I am there and whatnot. So I thought, well, let's just order it to such a, package station, whatever you want to call it. But, it turned out it was the wrong one. There's one pretty near my place and I thought, well, that's actually pretty convenient. I'm gonna just order it there. And, yeah. That's it. And now I'm here, recording something. Today I've actually been quite unproductive up to this point. Well, it depends on how you think about it, but in the last 2 hours, not quite, but there we go. This is why I'm recording now. Contradict a feigned doubt to pray out secrets, no. When something pleases others, do it yourself. When it is odious, have someone else do it. You will win favor and shift ill will onto others. Great and noble people find it more pleasant to do good than to receive it. You can rarely trouble another without feeling troubled, either by pity or by remorse. In matters of reward or retribution, let good be administered immediately, and bad immediately through another. What the fuck? You should give others something they can pummel with. The hatred and gossip of their discontents. The anger of the rebel is like rabies. Without realizing what has harmed it, it snaps at the muscle. And though the muscle isn't to blame, it takes the immediate punishment. Well, I don't know. I mean, 187. Who knows about that? Does this ring any bells? For me it does. Any other German-speaking folks? For them it might as well be the case. Anyway, utilize other people's privations. When privation leads to desire, it gives us the surest way to manipulate others. Some people climb the steps of others' desires to reach their own ends. They take advantage of the tight spots others are in and use difficulty to whet their appetites. They find the sting of want more useful than the complacency of possession, and as things grow more difficult, desire grows more vehement. I didn't even know that this is an English word, vehement, because there's vehement in German. Anyway, a subtle way of getting what you want, maintain dependency. I don't actually know what privations are, just as a side note, so we're gonna define it. Sorry, there are no definition matching your selection. Privations. Privation, and I've probably, yes. Maybe it is actually privation. Privation. Oh no. A state in which food and other essentials for well-being are lacking. Ah, I see. Privation, being deprived. Is there some sort of deprivation? Deprive. Oh, I see. Similar. Hardship. The loss, or absence of a quality or attribute that is normally present. I see. There we go. Nice. Fine. Okay. Note, this is the WIIEF or social exchanges. What is the WIIEF? Why, when and how to use it, and when to avoid it. WIIEF stands for what is in it for them. I see. It postulates that if you want to influence people, you should highlight what they stand to gain in doing what you are proposing. I see. By the way, pretty interesting story. I've once had a pretty great internship at a design firm or agency or whatnot, and really highly rated on social media, and also rated in terms of awards and prizes, trophies and whatnot. But also really cool people. Like I've really appreciated them. I've really appreciated their work, and also what they have given me to do. I also had my own project as a fucking intern that is just not a part of the company, and also the people were so fucking nice to me and whatnot. It's been amazing, but unfortunately back in these days I really was not as well, I think, confident as I was or as I am right now, and so it's been a pity that I wasn't able to use this time more wisely, I'd say. But I do also remember the initial interview where I've shown him my I just remember all the things. Fuck. I've actually asked him on my fucking interview if he could teach me some I think that I've actually called it teach me. No, I didn't say or tell him to teach me something, but I said something along the lines of and maybe you can also teach me like some business related things. And he was like laughing and then shit and said, well, because I think that he thought that it was in terms of agencies and having a design firm and whatnot, but I didn't mean it in that way. I meant it as a generalization, just I do want to know more about business, and I definitely think that I would have been able to learn quite a lot from him. Anyway, as I was getting there the first time, this place, and it's actually a pretty interesting place. It's on the very top of the whole building. I think in summer it must be. Oh, I was there in summer 2019, I guess it was, and it's been pretty hot. It's such a fucked up thing that I didn't use the time more wisely. It really is. Do I regret it? Well, I can't change it anyway, but it's a bit of a pity. I could have gotten way more out of it than I certainly did. But, well, anyways, I was getting there, and the boss, or there's actually two bosses. They both weren't at the agency's place. Were in the office at this point in time, and so I initially thought that I was talking to a fucking secretary, but in the end it turned out that this was actually another designer in the firm that just was also in the office, and actually she was the only one for whatever reason. But yeah, anyway, so I had to wait a bit till he arrived, and yeah. Up until then, I was consciously reading one of those magazines that was laying around, because I thought that, I don't want to just, I don't know, scroll through social media doing some other shit that lets the other person feel like, okay, I'm just, doing something, I'm just being bored, I just do whatever and whatnot. I might have also kind of pulled up my presentation that I've prepared for this quote-unquote meeting, because I wanted to show him my portfolio and what I do and whatnot, and he also gave me some pretty incredible tips, things that are actually pretty obvious, and I didn't see it. Anyway, the reason why I'm actually telling you the story is that in the email, the first email that I sent him, I said, well, I do really hope that I'm able to help your firm in some way. I didn't say in some way, but I just said just something. And this is exactly what this is all about. What does the other person get out of me? Why should this other person employ me? Just when I'm saying like, okay, please employ me, I'm having this degree, I'm having that experience, I'm having this, that, and the other thing. When it is only about me, when it is only about what I'm thinking, talking, and whatnot, it is so fucking uninteresting for the other person. But on the other hand, when I'm just talking, about the benefits I could provide this person, of course it makes sense that, they want to have me as an employee if I really am focused on helping the firm, helping the agency. Makes sense. And this is certainly what it is all about. And I also just remember that on the very last day, I actually got a hug from him, from the boss. Really incredibly fucking nice people. It's really been insane. It's been a nice time. It's really been a nice time. I should actually write him an email, but not in that cringe way. Anyway. It postulates, okay, and that makes a lot of sense. Usually, by the end of this article, you will gain a better understanding on when to use WIIEF, how to use it, and when it is best not to be so direct. What is in it for them is about being upfront about what you can do for them, and value and availability, though we showed that sometimes you want to show yourself not too available to the other party. Especially in romantic situations. WIIEF is the total opposite. Wait, maybe I should actually also think when I'm reading. WIIEF is the pinnacle of availability. It's not ideal for political candidates and for leaders because, well, often there is little in it for them and you're better off leveraging higher ideals. See Drive by Daniel Pink, which is a book that I have also reviewed here on the podcast as far as I remember. I do not know anything about the book anymore, but I do remember that it's been actually quite a good one. So when should we use WIIEF then? So let's see. For when you're the asker, if you want to start with what is in for them in all situations where you play by their rules, in those cases you don't have yet the power and social pull to demand something back. And characteristics of this situation are obvious power imbalances, can be so obvious sometimes that there is no point in trying to pretend they should be interested in you, and that is why you communicate first and foremost what is in it for them. Not in person. When you're not in person, people can't see or get a sense of your other qualities, so you have to get right to the point of what you can do for them. Time-starved. When you have little time, you can't let them slowly discover your qualities, so you gotta be more obvious, which most often is going to be the case when you're writing an email. You don't want to be like playing like such a highly valuable person when you're just, especially also because you're asking them in the first place. You want to get something and they know that you want to get something. For example, in terms of the internship, they know that you want to have this fucking internship. But, obviously, asking in a better way is always going to be better, quite. Here are some examples. Swipe-based online dating, sales, cold reach out, elevator pitches, emailing for a job, asking for funding. Logical interactions. Logic-based transactions are transactions where there is no social stigma in being upfront about what you want and what you can give. You're looking for something, they are looking for, but you are looking for something, they are looking for something, and you have to prove to each other you have what it takes to enter into a mutually convenient transaction. Here you want to be obvious about what you can give, and at the same time be obvious and direct about what you want. And I should actually pronounce it, not pronounce it, but underline the you. So at the same time, be obvious and direct about what you want. Is it pronunciation? I think it is. Well, anyway, some examples are some type of sales arranged marriages, interviewing for jobs. Okay. No WIIEF, social interactions. In social interactions, you want to be more indirect. You want to show attractive external qualities and drop hints about the less visible parts of your value. Let them dig out for more as you slowly reveal more and more about your awesome personality. Oh my god, they'll be thinking, how many other cool things is this guy hiding? Well, a trillion other cool things. No WIIEF dating. You know, I'm having a big dick, so I fucking dating. I do hope that just really got shivered. Fuck. Or I got shivers. I don't know. Anyway, in dating, the script is inverted. You ideally want them to show you what is in it for you. Because in dating, the one who is doing the selling is communicating he's lower in the pecking order. And people, especially women, are not very attracted to those who are beneath them. So ideally, you want to show your external qualities first and foremost, but without selling yourself on the deeper ones. Then you build a connection by being interested in them. Ideally, you will get physical on chemistry attraction even before she finds out about all your other deeper qualities. Let's check a couple of examples now. Facebook, back to message. Hey, I'm interested about your room for LG terms. Are you guys still searching for a room? Okay. Examples. How to show value. Two guys looking for a room. This is what happens when you rent a place in a city where everyone is looking for a place to stay. The thing is, I've actually forgotten about that, and it may be one of the rules that I've read in How to Win Friends and Influence People, one of the greatest books I've ever read, that you should... I gotta read this fucking book again. Shit, at least a summary of it. Anyway, well, obviously it makes sense. If I'm willing to have a place to stay at, I'm gonna text this person like, okay, I'm a student, I'm having this quality, that quality, and what is in it for you? Well, you're having a good roommate. You're not having one that is, I don't fucking know, that is just, not tidying up his room, that is just, not stinking, that's, I don't know, like all of these qualities that you just do not want to have in a person that is in the same flat as you are. I ask for a relatively high rent, and yet many people always reach out. Above are the messages of people who wrote on Facebook only. This is a type 1 super obvious situation. There is a clear power imbalance because they ask and I am the chooser. Plus it is not in person and there is high demand. This is when you have to front load your value as much as you can. Let's see the difference between those who get it and those who are oblivious to the rules of social exchanges. The shirtless man with himself in front of the mirror is a great example. I wrote my ad in English and he writes to me in the local language, which is the first bad sign. You have to adapt to the chooser when you are the asker. Second, he doesn't make it easy for me to proceed. What am I supposed to ask him 1,000 questions now about when he's free and what he does and if he can pay? I'm not going to waste my time on that dude. And of course, he makes the crucial mistake of not leading with what is in it for me. Ich brauche das literally means I need that. Where is it? Ich brauche das. But why? I mean, by the way, this is German. Interesting. Ich brauche das. Well, I don't know, like, at least there's a smiley. Oh, fucking good. These are the same people who complain that nobody replies to them and you really gotta wonder why. Hallo, ich brauche das. If the message wasn't idiotic enough, the emoji sealed the deal. Well, I don't know. Is it really that idiotic, whatever? Hallo, ich brauche das. First of all, it doesn't make any sense. Ich brauche das. It's like so vaguely phrased. Well, compared to the 2 people who get it, which are those I invited over to get to know them. They quickly show their interesting personalities, social currency, lay out a clear what is in it for me, good job and ability to pay, traveling most of the time, no mess in the kitchen, and to make it easy for me to say yes, propose their availability. Now, even if I didn't particularly care about their benefits, it shows that these are people who get it. And we all like people who get it. Hi Lucio, my name is, and I am expat in Berlin, one of many or so I hear. The flat looks excellent and the description fits exactly what I'm looking for. Apologies for the English, can easily switch to German for future correspondence, just a bit jet lag at the moment. Well, as for myself, I travel for work as a manager for Ernst and Young during the week, Monday morning to Thursday evening, and spend my weekends reading, writing, spending time at an improved theater in Neukölln. Hiking, exploring, overall I'm a clean, kind and courteous person, but I'm happy to provide references from past landlords and roommates as well. I think this is actually a pretty good phrase. I'm just, willing to give you some references from other people that I've been working with and whatnot. This is always a good thing. So it's always just nice to hear. Also, I think when you're just doing some freelance work, also makes sense to always get fucking testimonials. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end the episode there. I guess that you have just understood the whole concept. There is a bit left. Well, actually just that. Well, I'm just gonna read it. Check it out, it is well in depth, and no WIIFM is the definition of freeloading. Look at this guy asking for a free month. Okay, you cannot pay $9, but what can you give back? Put that in the email. Hello, Mr. Lucio. I'm interested in your Power Moves website. It is unlike anything I've seen, so in depth, but the paywall has become an issue for me. Will there be any way to set up a trial for a month? Money is a big concern right now, but I still am interested in becoming a better person using your services. What can you give back? Yeah. And of course I'm going to say no. Like, what am I getting out of it? Well, obviously, it's just, kindness is part of it and whatnot. He starts off with no WIIFM, but hey, if I can help, I'm happy to. So I give him the chance of providing him with a WIIFM and tell him I'm happy to give it to him for free. It would be willing to share his style. He likes the most on the social media. So, okay. Lucio, thank you for the speedy response. I am not a large social media user, so I do not think this would be the best option. Just do 1 week free or half of a month. I'm sorry to bother, but this kind of content interests me a lot. It's like walking into a restaurant and say, can I have your food for free because I like it a lot. He does not get it that I'm offering him the opportunity of a fair exchange in the form of a WIIFM. Instead, he keeps pressing on deal with no WIIFM. And that worries me because I'm running value-based businesses that is all about learning to deal with people who seek win-lose instead of win-win. In the rule of social exchange, we talk, well, anyway, now I'm gonna end the episode here. Bye-bye.